Hey everybody, welcome back to Listography for episode 2 of Jason's Record Room, where I show you some of the records from my collection and give you a little bit of insight into my personal taste and the records that I think are good enough to include in my collection. Going to start off with some of my recent acquisitions. First one I'm going to show here is Soft Ache in the Moon by Richard Edwards. Richard Edwards, one of my favorite songwriters of the past 20 years or so. He was the frontman in a band called Margo and the Nuclear So-and-Sos, who released 5 terrific albums. And this is now his 3rd solo effort. Really good, solid record. I probably haven't listened to it enough yet to really say how it compares to the rest of his output, but I think it's going to be a little bit of a grower. Still need to give it a few more spins. Comes with an insert. There's kind of an alternate album cover there in, I guess that's Spanish, and then thanks on the back. The inner sleeve's got the lyrics on it, and the record itself is clear. It's got kind of a bluish tint to it. And by the way, I'll stick links down in the description, so if anyone's interested in these records, they can check out a song or two. Next up, I'm going to talk about, I want to show you guys the new record from Cutworms. Don't want to give anything away for our albums of the year, but 2018, their first record, I absolutely loved. This is the follow-up. I've been very excited for it. It's a double album, 17 tracks. I've only given it 1 listen so far, so can't really say too much about it, but it sounds really good, and another one that I think is going to be a little bit of a grower. Didn't hit me as immediately as the debut did, but I think it's very, very good and really, really nice packaging. Came with this sort of handmade, I don't know, coaster, or it's cardboard, but it's kind of embossed. Really cool. Got lyrics to one of the tracks on the back. The packaging is just really great, really heavy duty. A big gatefold with all kinds of pictures in there. Again, lyrics on the inner sleeves. And some hand-drawn illustrations as well. This is on Jaguar Records, who seem to release a lot of stuff that I'm into, so this is on like an opaque sandstone, I believe it's called. I really like the label on it as well. The second LP has a bit more of a swirl to it, as you can see. Definitely recommend checking these guys out. Very simple songwriting, but very melodic. He's got a great voice. He kind of sounds like the Everly Brothers almost. Just a very natural talent. Just kind of opens his mouth and this kind of great sound comes out. I saw them open for the Lemon Twigs in 2017. Was immediately taken by them. Cutworms. Next up, the last of the 2020 albums that I'm going to show in this video. I've got the new Zephaniah O'Hora record, Listening to the Music. Really, really great country record. One of our viewers, Roxanne, suggested that I make a video talking about records for people who aren't necessarily into country music, so like a top 10 country records for rock fans. I think that's a great idea. I may do that at some point. This would not be on that list. This has got a lot of twang to it. This is really like as country as it gets, so I would recommend to rock fans maybe to warm up to this one with some other stuff, but I do really like the idea of doing that video because I think there's a huge divide between good country and bad country, and I think so many people look down on country music because pop country and the country that's, most prevalent is so terrible. that I don't think people really realize how good it can be when it's done well. A record like this just has incredible musicianship on it, great songs, the production's really good. You've got John Graboff on pedal steel on this record, John Shannon playing electric guitar is fantastic. Neal Casal plays a little on it, he produced the record. Both he and John Graboff were in Ryan Adams' band The Cardinals, and Zeph just has a fantastic voice and really good songs, and what more can you ask for? Got a nice gatefold. Pictures of the band. And track listing and personnel. Last Roundup Records. Once again, lyrics on the inner sleeve. The LP for this one is simple black. Some dust on there, but just a really terrific sounding record. It's really well produced, well made. Great songs, great playing, great singing. If you like country, highly recommend. And like I said, it's just got some monster musicians on this record. Now we're getting into some older records from years past. This one, not going back that far though. This one's from 2014. It's by the band called Zeus. They're a Canadian band. This is called Classic Zeus. Although don't be confused by the title, it's not a greatest hits collection or anything like that. This is a studio album. I believe it's their third. The record prior to this one is also really good, called Busting Visions. That one's maybe a little bit more classic rock kind of influenced, a little dirtier, crunchier guitar sounds. Definitely more guitar forward than this record. So if that sounds up your alley, I would check that out. This one's a little bit more indie pop, although it still has a really nice, warm production style to it, kind of like a 70s production value to it. These guys started out, I believe, as Jason Collette's backing band, who was a member of Broken Social Scene at one point, before these guys sort of broke off on their own. Really good musicians, good songwriting, really melodic stuff, catchy tunes. This is on Arts and Crafts Records. And it's on white vinyl. Where Is My Love's a great tune. Bonnie View is cool. 27 is the new 17's really upbeat, catchy tune. All right, and we're gonna close this episode out with this record, Life is Sweet, Nice to Meet You by Lightspeed Champion. If any of you are familiar with Blood Orange, this is the same guy, Devontae Hines. This is the project he worked on right before, switching the moniker to Blood Orange. This is much less R&B and dance focused. This is more of an indie rock affair. It sort of sounds like some of the indie rock that was going on at the time, kind of Arcade Fire vibes. But there's also, even though it's not super overt, I can really pick up on some like 70s prog elements on this record. Just this guy's got a really great melodic sensibility. There's hooks in every part, basically. The string arrangements are catchy, the guitar lines are catchy, his melodies are really catchy as well. Really love the tracks Marlene and There's Nothing Underwater. There's the back cover and our gatefold with the lyrics for each track. And you've got this insert, a little drawing, and then you've got the label. It's on black vinyl. The other record looks exactly the same, so I won't bother pulling that one out. This one, by the way, on Domino Records. So yeah, that does it for today's episode. If you guys check them out, let me know what you think. Like I said, I'll leave links below in the description so that you can find them easily. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the bell to get notifications, and check down in the description for links to all of the social media accounts. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.